It was chaos. Blinding light in my eyes, a blaring siren, a thick and painful IV needle in my elbow, and what sounded like a heart monitor. "Try to relax, Lieutenant," a calm voice said. "You're going to be all right." Where was I? The last thing I remember, I was in the bathroom shaving in front of the mirror. And then, I tried to ask what the hell was going on, but it came out muffled through an oxygen mask. I felt my blood run cold and tried to sit up. Firm hands held me down. "Easy, easy, you're all right, Mr. Tate. You're in an ambulance and we're headed for the hospital. You suffered acute renal failure, but we've got you stabilized and you should be okay." It all came back to me. The dentist visit, the surgeries, and the painkillers. Painkillers that I'd been warned to use sparingly or else they could damage my kidneys. Was this really happening? Was I really being rushed to the ER because of my periodontitis? That's exactly where I was in January of 2016. From simple gum neglect, I'd let my oral health deteriorate to the point where I needed surgeries and implants and had even started popping pain pills like M&Ms. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share how this unbelievable set of circumstances entirely of my own creation, took me from bad breath to nearly losing my life, in my journey to reverse years of neglect and create an oral health system so powerful and so effective that it has literally helped more than 11,000 people prevent and even reverse severe periodontal conditions and avoid true life-threatening consequences. In this short video, I'm also going to share 3 simple, proven, and totally natural techniques that you can use to get rid of gingivitis and bad breath in less than 2 weeks, using ingredients you probably have at home right now. In the next few minutes, I'll share some critical diet information on foods that are harming your teeth and gums, along with foods that actually promote oral health. I'll show you a simple trick that guarantees fresh breath and an easy DIY tip to make your own all-natural mouthwash. A mouthwash that's proven to be several times more effective than any store-bought chemicals. What you're going to discover over the next few minutes isn't some warmed-over internet nonsense. It's not an expensive over-the-counter dental product that makes outrageous claims and just doesn't deliver. You're about to unlock natural and proven techniques to ensure oral health that have been kept away from you. That's why it's great that you've come along when you have, because who knows how long I'll be able to keep this video online. For what I am concerned, the dental industry is a multi-billion-dollar business. Let's face it, there's gold in them there teeth, so they really aren't that thrilled about me introducing folks like yourself to a simple oral health system that literally takes money out of their pockets. There's a lot more to curing periodontal disease than 3 simple tips, so I'll make you a deal. You stick with me over the next couple of minutes, and not only will I show you how to cure gingivitis, but I'll open the door to an amazing and highly effective oral health program that can prevent and even reverse the severest dental diseases. Even if you've been told by your dentist that there's a better than average chance you're going to need dentures, what I'm going to share with you has the power to save your teeth and change the quality of your life. How do I know? Because what I'm going to share with you in just a moment did exactly that for me. My name is Matthew Tate. I'm a 47-year-old police detective, father of 2, and have a beautiful 4-year-old granddaughter named Madison. Just a regular working guy with a great smile. But it wasn't always that way, believe me. It wasn't long ago that, as incredible as it still seems to me, I almost lost it all because of my advanced periodontal disease. A little over a year ago, my bad habits pushed me to the edge of a cliff, a precipice that threatened to gobble up my job, my marriage, and my family. Imagine that: bad breath, bad teeth, and bleeding gums nearly turning the past 29 years of my life into a damn nuclear wasteland. I'm going to share my story with you now because it does have a happy ending for me, and because I hit rock bottom and found my way out. You benefit from my journey so that you never have to go through the waking nightmare I experienced back in the late winter of 2016. As I said, I'm a cop. For legal reasons, I won't disclose where I serve, and any names I mention have been changed as well. Kind of sounds like the beginning of an old Dragnet show, right? I've been a cop since my early 20s, and although I've had some ups and downs, it's been rewarding. Like most men who passed 40, I started to slow down. I was working long hours, often odd ones too, and my habits were starting to catch up to me. I was putting on weight and really starting to feel my age, which nobody in their early 40s should ever have to say. The problem was that because of my hours, my eating and my brushing habits were just atrocious. For what seemed like years, I lived on fast food, soda, sweet coffee, and junk food. As for the dentist, I had been since my early 30s. And let me tell you, that's a bad combination for a guy watching 50 barrels towards him. Like most big things in life, My slide down into dental hell and kidney failing nightmare started simple enough. Just some occasional bad breath and bleeding gums. No big deal, I was too busy to worry about it. Until my wife Sharon started to avoid kissing me, and our intimate life started to suffer. Until the pain started, and yet in my typical stubborn way, I just ignored the problem. Can you imagine? I don't know what it is about us human beings, and maybe men in particular, how we can let something snowball out of control and yet all the time just blowing it off. I love kissing my wife. She's got perfect lips, and it's just as fantastic now as the first time. And yet I was willing to let my situation kill that. I'd cover up my own behavior by blaming her. We even got into a few heated fights over it. And every few weeks or so, the stabbing pain would start. If you've never had a tooth infection, it's hard to explain. Imagine somebody shoving a steak knife straight through the center of your tooth and right up into your eye, and then twisting it for hours and hours. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this level of agony could literally drive a person insane. And despite all this and so much more, I was just ignoring the problem, hoping it'd go away. Want to know what my brilliant thick-headed solution was? I increased the brushing and mouthwash, even gargled with hydrogen peroxide. I had pretty advanced periodontitis, several pockets of infection beneath my gums, and a tooth that was so decayed a root canal wouldn't be enough. Of course, I didn't know any of this at the time. Well, around Christmas of 2015, things really started coming to a head. There was a big promotion in the department, Chief of Detectives, a position that meant being bumped up to captain also. More money, regular hours, and a better quality of life for me and my family. I have to tell you, it was just what the doctor ordered, so to speak. For years now, my wife had been pressuring me to make a change. "This job is killing you, Matt," Sharon would say, "and it's wrecking your health, and I'm getting tired of spending nights alone wondering when, or if, you'll walk through the door." I got it, I really did, or thought I did. But there was more Sharon wasn't saying, and I was soon to find out just how strongly she felt about this. So I applied for the job. I had the time, the qualifications, and I figured I was a shoo-in. Boy, was I surprised to learn that I was passed over for a younger guy with half my experience. I was pissed. So was Sharon, as it turns out. I swear they say that bad things come in groups, and God, are they ever right. It was like failing to get this promotion opened the floodgates of hell, and I was doomed to catch every bit of it. I guess I had blinders on, and my family made sure to tear them off. All of a sudden, everybody had a problem. There was this intervention at my house on New Year's Eve. Friggin' New Year's. I remember it like it was yesterday, too. It was unseasonably warm that New Year's Eve, maybe high 60s in the sunshine. I was loving it, wearing my favorite Hawaiian shirt and pretending we were in the tropics. So there I was, kicking back in my favorite easy chair with the living room windows wide open and enjoying a little rum and pineapple. Okay, a lot of rum and pineapple. Frankly, rum was my medication of choice. It reduced the pain and, well, for a little while, covered the bad breath and the isolation that sometimes gnawed at me when even the people closest to my heart wanted to get away from me. Deep down, I knew I repelled them, yet instead of really taking responsibility, I blamed them. Anyway, I was still pissed about the promotion, but the cool breeze coming through the screen and the tropical flavors in my drink were going a long way in making me a little more positive about the new year. In walks my wife Sharon. I stood up to give her a kiss with a big smile on my face, and that's when the whole world turned on its ear. "Do you know why you didn't get that promotion, Matt?" Sharon asked hotly. I swear I saw steam coming out of her ears. I started to answer, but she cut me off. She was a different person, just furious and fed up. So different than the quiet and supportive wife I've known for almost 30 years. "It's your damned teeth," she blurted. "Your corpse breath and your ugly smile, Matt. I'm sorry, but that's it. I talked to Steve Foster the other day and he told me the truth." I was stunned. What was happening here? "Haven't you even noticed," Sharon continued on her rampage, "why I hardly ever want to kiss you anymore, or why we haven't—" a hitching sigh. "Haven't you noticed that Madison never wants to hug or kiss you anymore?" I thought it was a phase. I offered lamely and weakly. I felt like I was in a brawl and losing badly. "She says Grampy's mouth smells yucky," Sharon blurted. "Jesus, Matt." I just stared at my wife, my son Dave, my daughter Susan, and my precious little granddaughter who had her face buried in Susan's shoulder. I'm not sure they were all expecting Sharon to go ballistic either. "I'm sick of the breath, I'm fed up with your bad moods, and I'm tired of the drinking, Matt. You're getting out of control, and it's time you manned up and did something about it. Either you get to the dentist this week and get this taken care of," Sharon said with cold anger burning in her vivid blue eyes, "or I'm leaving. I will not watch as the man I've loved for the better part of 30 years destroys himself because he's scared of the dentist. She stormed out of the room, and I swear you could have driven a truck through my open mouth. Let me tell you, I'm no soft touch either. You don't spend 25 years as a cop without getting pretty tough. But when my wife laid this on me, I couldn't speak, I couldn't think. I just stood there with tears threatening to flow over. Could this be real? Did I really lose a promotion? And was I really looking at my losing wife and alienating my family because of a little bad breath and poor brushing? No, it was also the booze, the irritability brought on by pain, and it was my almost Herculean stubbornness that had grown a minor problem into something monumental that could literally leave my wife a widow and my little granddaughter with no grandpa. My heart breaks even now when I think of how they must have felt. Well, as fantastic as it sounds, this was real, and I took Sharon at her word. I made an appointment with the dentist for that very week. Surely he'd do a cleaning, chide me about brushing, and everything would be cool. I'll be brutally honest with you, my friend. One of the reasons I stayed away from the dentist for so many years was that, like many people, I'm deathly afraid of the tooth doctor. I know. A big, bad 6'4" cop terrified of the dentist. But let me tell you, I had good reasons. I got a root canal when I was in my early 30s. I don't know if the doc screwed up the Novocaine dose or what, but when that high-pitched whining drill touched my mouth, it felt like I had been stabbed in the face with a railroad spike. I hollered bloody murder, and I do mean bloody. Blood was dripping out of my open mouth, and I literally jumped out of the chair. I guess the exquisite memory of that pain stuck with me and led me down the path that nearly shattered my life. Even to this day, even after my return from the brink, the thought of going to the dentist's office is like a cold fist clamping down on my guts. Can you imagine? Wouldn't you shy away from the dental torture chamber after that? Hell, they had to sedate me to finish the job. But after Sharon's ultimatum, I bit the bullet and made the appointment. I guess it was my week for shocks. Matt, you've got advanced periodontitis. If we don't do something right now, you're going to end up with dentures within a year. What? I needed a root canal on the upper right side, a crown on another side tooth, and one of my lower right side molars was so far gone that I had to get it pulled out and replaced with an implant. There's irony for you. I've avoided the dentist for 15 years because of needles and drilling in my face sending waves of chilly panic up and down my spine. And now I was looking at the works. Believe me, as that seemingly monstrous Novocaine needle touched my sensitive gums, and that sound of the whining drill, I cringed just thinking about it. Well, that's the day I learned the unforgiving truth about periodontal diseases. Learned it the hard way, or almost. Apparently my gums were so damaged, I'd blown right by gingivitis and landed into the far more serious world of periodontitis. Periodontitis is an advanced form of gum disease that causes horrible bad breath, advanced tooth decay, and more, much more. Such a germ factory was my mouth that I was in danger of respiratory infections, kidney disease, oral cancer, and who knows what else. This on top of the real danger of losing my wife and cold-cocking my career. All because of neglecting my teeth. Now I was facing the rather horrid, and I'm not afraid to say it, frightening idea of having all of my teeth yanked and getting false teeth instead. And here comes the good part, the part I started telling you about at the beginning. Despite the thousands of dollars I shelled out, my oral health problems weren't over. For some reason, I still had pain in my mouth, mind-numbing pain. The dentist had given me a prescription for Darbycet, and man, did I ever take advantage of that. It seemed like I was popping pain pills 3 or 4 times a day and even sometimes in the middle of the night. At first, I just chalked it up to the surgeries, but after a few weeks, things just weren't getting better. Little did I know that the periodontitis wasn't taken care of, and I was actually getting worse. I had more bone damage under the gum and an infection beneath the crown. I found this out later on when I was smart enough to go to the dentist again. I just didn't want to pay any more money. I was sick over the idea that my dentist and the big pharmaceutical companies were getting rich off of my suffering. Sure, I could barely eat at this point, and that was tough. I love a good steak, but chewing anything at this time was excruciating. Yet again, believe it or not, I stubbornly refused to go see my dentist. I did contact him after the first week and said I was out of painkillers. He renewed my script, but said that if the pain persisted, I should come back and see him. Well, as I mentioned, I'm a cop. I had access to the evidence locker. I'm not proud of this, but I got my hands on some confiscated Vicodin. You can see where this is headed, right? One of the problems with painkillers, especially the good stuff, is that it puts enormous pressure on your kidneys. In my case, my kidneys were already stressed because of the advanced periodontitis. I was just pouring gasoline on the fire at this point. Well, you know the rest. I passed out while shaving and woke up in the back of an ambulance unaware of where I was or how I'd gotten there. It sounds crazy to think that a little bad breath can lead to so dramatic a story. But it happened, and, my friend, it can happen to you too. So while I recovered in the hospital, all I could think about was what I'd done to myself and that I might have to start keeping my chompers in a glass next to the bed. Something snapped inside me. I was already at the point where the pain was so intense, I couldn't eat anything that wasn't soft. I'm a 47-year-old man practically eating baby food. I was now facing the very real possibility of losing my teeth, and I almost lost my wife for God's sake. And to top it off, I could have died. Died from bad teeth. I made a promise to myself right then and there that I was not going to accept this fate lying down. I'd do everything in my power to reverse my periodontal disease, brighten up my natural smile, and keep it too. Little did I know that I had just made a vow to myself that would take me on a 6-month journey to uncover a secret that's so amazing and so effective it would be nothing short of criminal to keep it to myself. And today I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to show you how to prevent and reverse even the most severe periodontal diseases, to save your teeth, to avoid the embarrassment of people talking to you from a distance or even from the side just to keep out of the line of your bad breath. I'm going to show you how to put on a new face and save yourself the pain and expense and fear of the dentist chair and his medieval tools. Look, I'm no genius, just a cop who let things slide for too long. I don't want that to happen to you, and because of my experience and effort, you now stand at the door to a healthy mouth and a better quality of life. Did you know that studies have been done that prove that people with attractive and healthy teeth and gums get more positive attention, and that people with unattractive mouths are looked down upon? Who wants to feel self-conscious about the way their teeth look or how bad their breath might be turning other people away? Believe me, when your wife won't kiss you or isn't in the mood, it's bad enough. When the light of your life, your 3-year-old grandbaby, wrinkles her nose and turns away when you go to love on her, that hurts more than anything. And this from a guy who's taken a bullet. So that's why I'm sharing this total oral health system with you today. I put this together for people just like you and me who are embarrassed by their teeth or who may even be facing serious dental surgery or permanent tooth loss. Once the system was in place, I'll tell you a little about how this came to be in a moment. I began to see real results very quickly. Within just a few weeks, my teeth were whiter, my gums stopped bleeding and were pink and healthy, and things were looking great. My dentist was shocked when I went to see him again in March. He couldn't believe the turnaround and told me that my cavities had actually begun to heal, a process called remineralization. Before I get into the details, I want you to know something. If you're suffering from gingivitis or periodontitis, don't feel bad. As I said at the beginning, about half of the adult population has some level of gum disease. And do you know why? Because we're not really told how to take good care of our gums and teeth. In my personal opinion, think about it. Who benefits if you have a cavity? Who wants you to come into their office twice a year for cleanings? Who makes out on expensive oral surgeries? As with most things in the world of medicine, there's a lot more money in treatment than in prevention, am I right? I'll be covering all the details of my total oral health system in just a moment. But first, I want you to understand a little bit more about what we all face. The Center for Disease Control reports that about 47%, or 64 million Americans, have mild, moderate, or even severe periodontitis, the more advanced form of periodontal disease. In adults over the age of 65, this figure rises to just over 73%. What's even stranger is that periodontal diseases affect more men than women. 56% of men and 34% of women suffer from periodontitis and gingivitis. Periodontal diseases also seem to affect smokers, people living at or below the poverty level, and those with less than a high school education in even greater numbers. Shockingly, gingivitis, which is characterized by inflammation and bleeding of the gums, isn't as superficial as it seems. Gingivitis creates a fertile breeding ground for deadly bacteria and opens the door to more dangerous periodontitis. Periodontitis is more severe and causes infections in the bones beneath the teeth and gums. Research shows a strong connection between the filthy bacteria that causes periodontal diseases and how these germs easily expose you to such life-threatening conditions as heart disease, diabetes, kidney failures, many respiratory diseases, and oral cancer, just to name a few. Periodontal conditions have also been proven to threaten pregnancies and cause severe damage to the blood vessels that feed your brain. All this and more I found out in my own research, my quest to cure my condition and save my teeth. It took me several months of butting my head up against the wall before I finally stumbled onto a ray of hope. Ironically, it was a dentist, a periodontist in fact, who gave me the lifeline I was looking for. I say ironically because up until I met this lady, all I'd gotten from dentists was a lengthy list of expensive treatments and suggestions that promised no real solution and only promised to drain my bank account. We can try gum grafts, Mr. Tate. There's no guarantee, but it'll cost about $600 per gum. Yeah, that's thousands of dollars for me. We can try fillings and root canals. More money with no promises. We can remove the worst teeth and replace them with implants. Yeah, each implant costing about $4,500, and I needed at least four. Might have had to actually get another mortgage on my house. Then one day, I came across an online article written by a dentist who lived in my state. What grabbed me and held my attention was that she wasn't preaching expensive treatments and surgeries. She was talking about natural and proven methods for treating periodontal conditions. It was in this article that I learned the 3 tips I'm about to share with you, and so much more. I had to meet her, so I drove 2 hours and met Andrea in her office and told her of my condition. I told her how I was looking for a way to reverse what I'd done to myself and avoid expensive and painful stopgap oral surgeries, and that I wanted to save my teeth. "Matt," she said with a big smile, "you couldn't have come along at a better moment. Normally, I'd recommend oral surgeries just as your dentist has, but I've been toying with the idea of creating an A to Z system to do exactly what you're talking about, using only ancient natural techniques that have worked for thousands of years. I just needed a partner, and, well, a willing guinea pig, and somebody to help me get the word out once my system could be tested and proved. I'll try anything," I almost pleaded with her. "I just want to be normal again. I'm sick of people avoiding me because of my breath. I miss eating the things I love, a juicy steak, popcorn, a cold beer." "That's what I wanted to hear," Andrea responded. Andrea and I went to work. We started by decreasing the infected pockets by attacking and eradicating the little bacteria bastards that were eating away at my gums and teeth. We came up with a step-by-step strategic program, and I put it into practice in my own, admittedly worst-case scenario, and the results were nothing short of amazing. Within a few short weeks, my periodontitis showed obvious improvement, shrinking from 6 millimeters to only 3 millimeters. That's about 14 to 1/8 inches. Even more astonishing was that my cavities actually began to heal. This was almost mystical, because I'd always believed that once a hole appeared in the tooth, that was it. You had to fill it. Apparently, though, according to Andrea and our research, it is actually possible to remineralize teeth and tooth enamel. Thanks to my chance meeting with Andrea and our program, I now have a healthy and attractive smile. We asked over 200 people to try the program as well, and the results were just as astonishing as mine. It was time to take it to the streets, as it were. And now you can benefit from our hard work without spending huge sums of your hard-earned cash or spending hundreds of hours desperately seeking a solution. Now that you know what periodontal diseases can do, and that your condition isn't really your fault, because it's profitable for your dentist to treat rather than cure, let's explore how you can reclaim your beautiful smile too. As promised earlier, I want to start with 3 simple tips that you can use right now to see immediate changes in your oral health. These 3 tips aren't the total solution, yet they're a good starting place. Stay tuned, because after these 3 tips, I'm going to share the real deal, the weapon of mass destruction in the war against oral disease. Your first oral health secret is in your diet. Avoid certain foods such as white bread, crackers, pasta, cookies, and other processed snack foods. Foods made from white flour are actually harmful to your gums. Surprisingly, these simple carbohydrates are as damaging to your teeth and gums as candy. These foods can hang around in the mouth and dissolve into types of simple sugars that oral bacteria thrive on. Additionally, you'll want to limit canned tuna, mackerel, and swordfish. Although these are healthy proteins, they do contain levels of mercury that over time can be harmful to teeth and gums. So if you eat these things, it's a good idea to rinse your mouth out and brush immediately afterward. On the other side of this coin, though, there are certain foods that actually promote oral health. These foods include things containing vitamins C and E and omega-3 fats such as broccoli, avocado, and olives. Also, high-fiber foods such as cucumbers, apples, watermelon, and muskmelons actually work to clean your teeth as you eat. Another simple but effective tip for freshening your breath is to eat a little fresh parsley every morning. It's actually quite healthy, and you'll enjoy fresh, clean, and pleasant breath that won't drive people away. Would you believe that nature provides a very simple and powerful mouthwash? Far more effective than any leading brand. Try this out for a few days or a week and see what happens. Mix a teaspoon of salt and about 2 ounces of warm lemon juice in the morning. Swish in your mouth for a minute or 2 and spit out. The results will amaze you. Wow, we've gone over a lot of information so far, haven't we? It's okay if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, but stick with me because the real secret and the real benefit is worth the wait. At this point, you really only have 2 choices. You can take what I've shared so far and go it alone, hoping you get it right and probably spending a lot of time being frustrated. Or you can do what 11,513 other victims of periodontal disease have done, including me, and take total control over your life. Why risk failure and further embarrassment over bad breath, unattractive teeth, and the judgment of others? Why beat your head against a wall looking for ways to make things better and avoid that dreaded dental drill? Why suffer from periodontal diseases for even another day when you just don't have to? I've already done the hard work for you. My dentist friend and I have put together a simple, all-natural, pain-free system that prevents and reverses even the severest periodontal diseases and has proven to work for over an astonishing 11,000 folks just like you. I call this system Tooth Defender. Sounds like something a cop would think of, right? With our system, you will, in the privacy of your own home, prevent and even cure your gingivitis or periodontitis quickly, safely, and easily. It works using simple natural methods that won't break your bank account. You won't be doing anything weird like gargling with vinegar or anything equally gross. Just a simple, natural, balanced way to take care of your mouth, guaranteed to deliver permanent and amazing results. This radically simple yet effective program will work for you, even if you have severely damaged teeth and gums, haven't been to the dentist in years, have been told by your dentist that it's too late. Even if you feel that you've tried absolutely everything, you haven't tried the Tooth Defender. Now let me just explain what the Tooth Defender is not. It's not costly. It's not going to ask you to spend a whole lot of time doing weird stuff in your mouth. This isn't some deal where you have to make dramatic dietary changes you'll hate. The Tooth Defender is for men and women who are tired of ridiculous and disgusting quick fixes, tired of funding their dentist lifestyle, and tired of feeling self-conscious about their breath and the way their smile looks. This system is custom-made for people who want real, tangible, and measurable results. There are no push-a-button solutions in life. Everything takes some effort. What I've done with the Tooth Defender is assemble everything you need into an easy and affordable system that makes bringing back a healthy and attractive smile a cinch. So, if you're like the thousands of other smart folks who have watched this presentation and you're ready to revitalize your teeth and gums, then here's what the Tooth Defender is going to deliver. So if you want to, guarantee fresh and pleasant breath that won't turn people away. Stop the bleeding gums caused by gingivitis. Eliminate the serious decay that comes with periodontitis and save yourself pain and embarrassment. Avoid the cost, pain, and stress of dental surgery. Remineralize cavities in your teeth. It's possible to avoid fillings and root canals. Guard against oral cancer. Avoid the pain and anxiety of root canals. Whiten your teeth for a brilliant and attractive smile. Eliminate tooth sensitivity so you can enjoy your favorite hot and cold foods again. Give yourself back the self-confidence that periodontal diseases steal away. Then the Tooth Defender isn't the solution for you. It's the only solution for you. I hate the dentist. Since I was a kid, I've always been afraid of going to the dentist even for just a cleaning. Even now at 43, the idea of sitting in that chair and watching those metal hooks come at me gives me real anxiety. What if something is wrong? What if I need my teeth drilled? Well, that fear kept me away from the dentist for years, and things had gotten a bit out of hand. My husband was always complaining about my breath. I'd brush more often to freshen up, and most times there'd be a little blood on my toothbrush or in the sink. I'd look in the mirror and see a yellowed smoker's smile, no matter how much I scrubbed. It was disgusting. When I heard Matt's story and took a look at this product, I was naturally skeptical. You know how the internet is. Everyone's selling the miracle cure for everything. Yet his story really resonated with me. I mean, if things could get that bad for him, could they get that bad for me? I really had nothing to lose, so I figured what the hell, let me try it. Was I surprised? The Tooth Defender actually worked and worked fast. Within a matter of weeks, my gums were pink and healthy, my breath was no longer keeping me from getting a kiss, and my teeth were much whiter. The program is inexpensive, simple, and truly works. Thank you, Matt. I quit smoking, and yet my mouth was still a disaster area. Yellow teeth, horrible breath. My wife would turn her head away when we talked. People would stand next to me or even behind me to avoid my breath. I went to the dentist and found out I had 2 cavities and was headed for a couple of root canals. Not a big fan of the dentist, frankly. I know that's a stupid attitude at 62, but I just don't like it. I was ready to find anything to avoid the dental chair or that damn drill, not to mention the money. I tried a few things I found online, but nothing really gave me the results I was looking for. I wanted a miracle, quite honestly. Then I stumbled across Matt's program and gave it a whirl. At this price, why not? I'll be damned if I didn't see amazing results. Whiter teeth, no more bloody gums, and now people would stand and talk to me like a real human being. I got this program a couple of months back and went to see the Inquisitor last week, the dentist. He was amazed at how my periodontal pockets had shrunk. I don't know what you're doing, Tom, he said, shaking his head, but keep it up. Matthew Tate, you're the best. Okay, enough talk, right? I promised to reveal my Tooth Defender, so let's take a look inside and see what you get. Total Oral Health provides you with clear and easy-to-understand dental facts to help you make healthy, life-affirming choices about your dental health. Here's just some of what you'll receive. A comprehensive and all-natural guide to do-it-yourself oral care. Yes, you can really guarantee a healthy, fresh, and attractive mouth without nearly useless dental insurance and expensive surgeries. A specific and easy eating plan that highlights what foods to eat and not to eat to ensure a healthy mouth and even remineralized teeth. Prevent the tragic loss of your teeth by restoring your gums to full health. How to prevent root canals. Save your mouth and your pocketbook from thousands of dollars of unneeded dental procedures and increase your overall health and vitality. You learn about kids' dental needs and how to guarantee they never have to face the pain and embarrassment of periodontal diseases, and so much more. If you're looking for the easiest, fastest, and let's be honest, cheapest oral health solution on the planet, then my Tooth Defender is exactly what you need. The idea that you can prevent periodontal disease, reverse even severe gum and tooth decay, and do it all without costly medications, expensive dental surgeries, and without ever having to hear that dreaded drill again, well, it's pretty astonishing, isn't it? Maybe you're thinking that the Tooth Defender with all of its amazing benefits is going to cost you quite a lot of money. And do you know something? Considering the time and effort that Andrea and I have put into this, it probably should. After all, our revolutionary program has already helped over 11,000 people reclaim their oral health and dignity faster and easier than they ever thought possible. But I didn't work with Andrea to develop this product to fleece people and make a fast buck. I mean, we're trying to help you avoid costly dental bills and pain, not add to it. After what I went through and coming out the other side happier and healthier than I've been in many years, I knew that it was my mission to help others like me. So I'm not going to ask you to pay a huge chunk of change for this life-altering program, even though I could. In fact, before I get to the price, let me sweeten the pot just a little. In addition to what I've discussed above, I'm also going to throw in a special gift. When you get your Tooth Defender today, I'm going to throw in a powerful do-it-yourself guide to make your own toothpaste and mouthwash right at home. These techniques allow you to create oral care products that have proven to be far and away superior to anything you can buy at the store. So now you're not just getting the Tooth Defender, you're also going to be able to create better dental care products right at home and save money on corporate products that don't do the job as well. Hey, if the leading brands were the best, then why are half of all adults getting periodontal diseases? With root canals topping $2,000 and the cost of a single dental implant reaching over $4,000 at the low end, and those braces costing thousands, is it any wonder why there are so many dentists? These are the cost of not taking action. Let's not even talk about gum grafts, fillings, bridge work, and paying your insurance premiums that for most of us cover only a small fraction of the costs. I don't want that for you any more than I wanted it for me. That's why I'm going to present you with the easiest decision you'll make probably ever. Today, you're going to get the entire Tooth Defender, plus the free DIY dental care bonus for only $39. This is my mission, and I want to help as many people as I can. I'd rather practically give away the Tooth Defender and have you join my cause and share the news than squeeze you for a few $100s even if it's justified and fair. Click on the order button below to lock in your discounted price of only $39 and start reversing your periodontal conditions right now. Eliminate chronic bad breath, brighten your smile, gain back your confidence, reduce the risk of oral cancer, avoid painful surgeries, and reclaim your quality of life. If you still aren't 100% sure if the Tooth Defender is right for you, allow me to further sweeten the deal for you. There are a few guarantees in life, right? Well, when it comes to this system, I'm so sure it'll go way beyond your wildest expectations that I'm going to offer you a true guarantee. Simply try the Tooth Defender for 60 days. For most people, this is 2 or even 3 times as long as it takes to see dramatic results. Check it out for 60 days, and if during that time you don't feel that the Tooth Defender is absolutely the greatest thing you've ever done, then I'll refund your entire $39 purchase price with no questions asked. And I mean, if you don't find that the techniques and information are delivering real oral health results, or if you just don't like the font I've used in the text, then just say the word and you'll immediately get your entire $39 returned without argument. If that doesn't tell you how absolutely confident I am that this system is right for you, then nothing will. Look below this video right now and click the order button to lock in your discounted $39 price. Remember that you're not just getting a guaranteed fantastic system for next to nothing. You're becoming part of a movement to help people reclaim their oral health and avoid the pain and fear of expensive dental procedures. Who knows? Maybe your success with total oral health will inspire someone else to step up and better their life as well. Act now and get immediate access to the entire Tooth Defender. Simply click the order button now and you'll be taken to our secure checkout page. You're literally only seconds away from revitalizing your smile and improving your life immeasurably. Use Total Oral Health exactly as laid out in our simple and easy to follow system, and you'll see real results faster than you can imagine. Remember, you're not just getting the program, I'm also giving you the DIY oral product guide as well. Easily, cheaply, and quickly cure gum disease, whiten teeth, and avoid the risks of an unhealthy mouth, respiratory conditions, cavities, oral cancer, losing your teeth, and chronic and off-putting bad breath. You just can't put this decision off or miss your chance. I've lowered the price to a tiny $39. This covers our cost and lets us share this news with others just like you. I've thrown in the DIY oral product guide so you can have a cleaner, healthier mouth without making the corporate fat cats richer. I've guaranteed our system for 60 days with a no questions asked, 100% money-back guarantee. Accept Total Oral Health as a life-changing tool that allows you to enjoy a completely different and more rewarding life from this day forward.